Hello, people of God. I'm Paul James. Welcome to The Let Out. We've been involved in this conversation about joy. By now, you may know that joy is gladness of heart, clarity of mind, and tranquility of soul without regard to surrounding circumstance. It concerns me that sometimes we forget about the source of joy. And the source of all true joy is the God of the Bible. Biblically speaking, joy is not an emotion. Joy is a state of being. That is, that joy is aware of my feelings, but I have a transcendent perspective on life that ensures my joy regardless of how I feel. Joy is a lot like water. Just as the ocean is the source of all water on earth, so the God of the Bible is the source of all joy on earth. And joy comes in three forms of water. For instance, joy is like a well of salvation. The Bible tells us that joy is like a well that we can go to when our lives feel dry and barren. And joy is also an oasis of tears. It may sound like a contradiction, but God actually wants us to learn to cry so that we can experience greater dimensions of joy. The Bible tells us that we sow in tears, but we reap in joy. And thirdly, joy is like a waterfall of obedience. You and I experience joy in proportion to our obedience to God and His commands. It is for this reason in John 15 that Jesus says, if you obey my commands, your joy will be full. So I want you to realize that joy is not so much of an emotion. It is not the ups and downs of life, but joy is a mindset, and it is a state of being that God has made available for everyone that wants to have a vibrant relationship with Him. And so if you're thirsty, partake of the well, have an oasis of tears, and experience the waterfall that comes from obedience, and you will experience your greatest dimension of joy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time right here at The Let Out.